All right, guys, welcome back. PayPal. So a lot of people ask me, let's have a look at this name. So PayPal today on Monday, first hour of the day, basically up 3.5%. And it was up much higher than that, but it's given back the gap up. You can see on Friday, we closed around 339, pre-market high 258. So almost $20 jump pre-market and $10 given back, and it's still sliding right now. So what to watch for PayPal? Is this still a discount? Can this stock go much higher? Because they announced that no, they're not interested in buying Pinterest, because when the announcement came here, it was not an official announcement. It was rumor. And off that rumor, PayPal sold off all the way from 272 to 239. And that's a big sell-off, and we still, let's take a look. I went back to yearly chart. On a yearly chart, stock was already in, like, for the past 2 months or so, 3 months or so, already in this downtrend. If you look at this red line right here, it was making lower highs already, right? Lower highs, lower lows. And that news came out when stock was hitting its 200-day moving average. And if you measure the drop basically from its all-time highs, basically that was a double top, you can say, because this $310 level was tested back here in February, in the beginning of 2020, and then we tested it here and then slipped. Now, what's the discount? So let's measure this drop, because at the moment this stock could be fighting that bear market territory, because anytime you see a stock fall below 20% from its highs, that's automatically bear market. So in PayPal's case, will the stock, suffer a little bit more here, or what I'm watching for this name? Because if we see the stock try not to, if it doesn't get back above these resistance levels, which is, let me zoom in a little bit more. So let's go. This is a daily chart. So this 254, I believe, that support has acted as a resistance today, and that's the level I'm watching. So if it gets back above as a trend line, as a downtrend, basically, I'm basically using this all-time high and these highs right here. And if it gets above this trend line, then you could call it a wedge pattern and like breakout pattern. But I usually like to look at linear support resistance lines. So this 240 that it was sitting on Friday, that's a support as well, because it has bounced off of these levels and it was resistance at one point. But I'm looking at more of a decent support here at 230. Will it get there? Well, very, very likely if we see them report. They're reporting 8th of November, looks like 2 more weeks from here. So if it dips off the earnings, that's the support I'm watching, basically. And I think that could be a decent deal, because PayPal, it's a big company, okay? It's $290 billion company at the moment, and definitely top 10 stock in S&P 500 for sure. So that's what I'm watching. And also, if I pull up the moving averages, you can see all of its moving averages way up here. So the red line here represents 200-day moving average. That was acting as a resistance at these levels. If you look at this level, it acted as a resistance. And then 50-day acted as a resistance right there when it slipped. And 50-day curling down. So when 50-day is downtrending, it's usually, to me, that the indication is that stock is in a downtrend. So if it's curling down, okay, it's not uptrending anymore. So I don't fight the trend at that point. And I use these lines as a resistance if the stock comes back up to these levels to test these levels. So, and also if you look at this blue line right here, 259 at the moment, it's 20-day moving average. So day traders don't like to see that as well. So what about different time frames? Can we switch to a bigger time frame and see what's going on? Because if I'm looking at this stock long term, I just switch over daily chart to a weekly and possibly even monthly, and then sometimes even quarterly. So on a weekly chart, that's the picture. So 2 weeks of a green move, sells off, 1 week of pop, 2 weeks of selling, 1 week of pop, and then this week just started and selling as well. So definitely short term, past 2 months or 3 months, it's in a downtrend. What about the monthly chart? So on a monthly chart, you can see year to date that yearly open looks like it opened at the 238-ish level. So that could be the support as well. So that's where it bounced on Friday. So it was fighting to be positive, or like year to date. So year to date, definitely it's positive still, but that's a pivotal point. Okay, so you don't want it to see fall below 230, because below that there's not much of a support to me personally, all the way till this 182, I think. So that's the level I'm watching. But these are extreme levels, of course. If it moves that much, that would be very big. But first of all, I'm watching 227 as a support. If I see it at that level, I think it's a good deal, because at that point, stock would be down from its highs. Let's measure that level, like basically from 310. If it drops to 227, that would be around 27% discount. I think that's a decent discount for PayPal. So, but again, that's not a video of me saying, okay, you should buy at that level. It's just pure technicals. Okay, risk. If there's a lot of things can happen over the day, even like hours. So, but I'm a trader, so I'm looking at that level. And let's take a look at the MACD on a weekly. What's going on? Because on a daily, it's definitely in a downtrend. On a weekly, yeah, bearish crossover occurred somewhere here at 280, and ever since, MACD has been pretty much downtrending. So momentum has been to the downside. So let's see what they report pretty much 2 weeks from now. Until then, I'm pretty much neutral. I do think that it can just chop around, or it can just pop. It can make that pre-earnings run all the way till this trend line that I'm watching. So basically, that's my downtrend I'm watching. If it does break out of that level, then that's looking pretty bullish. So until then, that's the PayPal technicals. That's the PayPal update. So if you liked it, drop a like, subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.